So for this project, we're going to do a paper mosaic. And so we're going to first draw out a very simple landscape. I'm going to do mine as by the ocean with a palm tree. You can decide if you want to have a different setting, that's fine. But the key is to keep it simple. And then we're going to cut up pieces of construction paper and glue them on. That's going to be the way that we quote unquote paint this time. So we're going to start off. You can use a pencil, but again, as always, I'm using a black marker so that you can see. And we're going to do the horizon line. Remember our 2/3, 1/3 rule. So that's what we're going to do there. And then I'm going to do a sunrise. And this is going to be the ocean. So we're just kind of mapping out the shapes. And then we're going to have another horizontal line. That's going to be the beach. And then I'm just going to do the trunk of the tree. And then the, what are they called on a palm tree? Fronds, I think. So that just kind of has the placement of everything. Okay. So the next thing you need to do is get some just plain white Elmer's glue, add just a little bit of water to it, and then mix it thoroughly so it's a little soupier. Okay. Mixed together pretty well. And then you want to decide what, I'm going to work from the top down to avoid getting my arms in the glue. And you can decide what colors of paper. So I'm going to work with the sun first. So we want obviously warm colors. So we've got orange and we've got yellow. Okay, so you can see that we don't want to cut very large pieces of mosaic. So you can just start by making little strips of paper and just cut them up. Now you can have the background showing in between the strips. And what I like to do is paint the area. And then press it down. And on some of these you can take your scissor and kind of make it so it follows your line a little bit. So in that way you're filling in with your paper. Or if you want, you can also just make this smaller circle, half circle here out of one piece of paper. And these little tiny areas, I'm not really worrying about the white showing in between. mostly because I have such little areas to do. Just kind of want to get the shape. That one, stick it up a little bit, so. And it's sticking over my line. There we go. And you can put glue on top of these. You want these to be securely. So this is a little bit like putting a puzzle together. You can't hurry it up. So just take your time. Might have to wash your hands every so often. Hi, Katie Maylee. Yes, hi. Did I wake you up? All right, so we have that part down. So I'm going to cut a little strip of the orange. She's really yakking at me, isn't she? She probably wants food. It's really the only time that she pays attention to me. And she's a cutie. We've been friends for, oh gosh, 12 years, I think. She was a stray and showed up on my farm. And then about 2 years later, she suddenly disappeared. And I thought, oh my goodness, something had happened to her. Except about 9 months later, I was in the front yard and I heard a sound from up in a tree, and it was our girl Maylee. She was back. Yeah. And she's been yakking at me ever since. So in this bigger area, you can start putting some white in between. There she is. Did you want to be on video? Mm-hmm. dear. Okay, I'm going to get on my glue, and you're going to put hair on my project. I love you too. It's not dinner time yet. Not dinner time yet. Go on back. You're getting on my project, kiddo. Okay, we're almost done with this color. I'll put one more. Okay, so I'm going to pause the tape, the video, excuse me, old-fashioned here, and stay off, please, really, thank you. And then I'm going to do this last part of what looks like a rainbow with red. So I'll turn the video on again when I'm finished with that. All right, so I've got the sun done. So now I'm going to do, I've got a lighter piece of construction paper, and I'm going to do my strips. This will probably need a couple of strips. You can cut these a little bit bigger too. And we're going to just glue horizontally for the sky. So we'll start down here at the horizontal. Go all the way across. Line it up with our line. Oh, it keeps wanting to go crooked. There we go. And we just keep marching it across, using our line as a guide. That silly cat did bring a couple of hairs onto my project. I should be used to it. Okay, so once again, I'm going to pause the video, and you can just keep working up until you hit the top of the paper. Okay, so I finished the sky, and I've started on this middle section, which will be the ocean water. And so I'm using a little darker blue, so we have a little bit of contrast. So I'm going to pause the video while you work on this section. This one will be a lot easier because we don't have this circle shape to go around. So we'll be back in just a little while. Thank you. Okay, so we've got the ocean done, and now we're ready to do some sand on the beach. I was really hoping my set of construction paper had a light brown, kind of a tan, but it doesn't, so we'll just use what we have, and we'll go back to the yellow. And again, we've got a fairly big area, so we can make these a little larger as well. Of course, it gives your piece a different look if you've got, you know, variation in sizes too. So if you want to make them smaller, that's fine as well. At this point, if you need to mix up some more glue, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to overlap this just a little bit so that it looks like, you know, there's a difference in height between the beach and the water, because in fact there is. After this step, we're just going to cut out our tree, our palm tree, and glue it on, and then we'll be finished. While I've been doing this project, I've been thinking about times that I've been to the beach, primarily in Florida, though North Carolina and South Carolina as well. When I was a kid, my parents took us up to Lake Michigan every summer, so that was kind of fun. I'm not sure if that's considered a beach, but it was on a bigger body of water than what I was used to, let's put it like that. Never really liked going in the ocean. I like taking walks beside the ocean, looking for seashells and starfish and that kind of thing. Not particularly fond of sand. To go here. Guess I should have done this a little bit bigger. I'll just make it go the opposite way. Up and down rather than horizontal. That'll work. You can trim them up so they'll fit your space. That's kind of perfect. There we go. We got our background all done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to set this aside for just a little bit. But not too far aside, because we're going to be drawing our palm tree, and we need to make sure that we've got kind of the right height on it. So I'm going to make a little mark down here. So it'll be this big for the trunk and then the fronds. Okay, so what we're going to do is draw the trunk of it, a little bit of a curve. And then we're going to cut that out. And they're pretty skinny, so don't make it real thick. Let's see how that's going to work. Yep, that's going to work, and you want to have it down so it looks like it's sitting on the beach, not like on this line between the water and the sand. Okay, so we're going to glue that down. Okay, now we're going to do the fronds, and I think I'm kind of looking at how big it should be. So we're going to make 3 of them, and they're kind of shaggy. And they don't have to be the same. So we're going to cut those out. Whoops. Cut that one off. Well, I can glue it back together. My scissors slipped a little bit. It's a beautiful thing about art. You can make an error and still fix it. Where'd that little piece go? So I'm going to put that little piece at the top. Glue that together. I'll try to do a better job on the rest of them. I think I was trying to cut too fast. And after years and years of making art, I should know that the worst thing that you can do is try to hurry through. I did better. Whoops. I think I'm going to do one more that's going in a different angle. And that will go like that. And they all come from a center point. So when you're gluing on your, oops, there you go. So when you're gluing on your fronds, you want to make sure that they're at all coming out of one point. All right, there we have it. Good work, everyone. Thank you.